day of fall, conditions are certainly starting to get a little chilly out there. You may have noticed that today. High temperatures did not get out of the lower 60s due to Ophelia. That has now been downgraded to a tropical depression as of the 8 p.m. advisory. The storm really starting to see that rain fading out over the Triad. We've been telling you for a couple days it would taper down during the evening. We've still got some showery weather around. It's not over yet, but give it a few more hours and the storm will start to pull away. Looking at a first warning radar, some decent rain from Greensboro stretched up to Martinsville. Scattered showers remain over Rockingham County and a little bit of a blip north of Westfield, right on the border with Virginia in northern Surry County. A few leftover showers down south, southern Randolph County, getting close to the zoo. Maybe some flamingos there too. Conditions certainly were much wetter over the eastern part of the Triad, closer to the center of that storm, and the persistent rain through the evening hours tonight over the eastern half really added to those rainfall totals. Nearing an inch at Shiloh Airport in Rockingham County, 7/10 of an inch in Greensboro. In stark contrast to that, just under 1/3 of an inch in Winston-Salem. So eastern areas certainly got some good rains. The big winners, though, were farther east. Cherry Point, 3.6 inches of rain over the last 2 days, about 3.5 at Hatteras. Raleigh, Richmond closing in about 2 3/4 of an inch of rain. Totals in Norfolk up near Greenville, or out near Greenville, I should say, about 2.5 inches. Wilmington, Kill Devil Hills, about 1 to 2 inches as well. Gusts were substantial. Cherry Point, we mentioned, for high rains, also has the peak gust that we've seen so far today, 60 mile an hour. That was pretty close to the landfall point in Emerald Isle. That came in about 6:15 this morning. Hatteras, about 52 mile an hour gust. Local gusts were not as high, and they peaked during the early morning hours last night. We got into the 40s in Danville, and a 43 mile per hour gust measured about 2 a.m. in Burlington, and they've been pretty tame after a breezy morning. The winds have really subsided first. Certainly a bigger rainfall element across the eastern parts of the area. Your Triad forecast as we look ahead, temperatures in the 50s tomorrow morning, highs in the mid 70s during the afternoon. We'll call it mixed skies for tomorrow. I think there'll be intervals of clouds and sunshine. High near 74 in the foothills with a northwest wind at 5, and then across the mountain west, high temperatures likely not getting out of the mid 60s tomorrow. Northwest winds at 5 to 10 as well. Just as we're starting to see the end of Ophelia, we have another storm brewing in the tropics. This is Philippe. Brand new tropical storm born a couple of hours ago. 40 mile an hour winds and moving pretty quickly to the west at 14. Not quite as organized, but the number of storms around that center is starting to grow. This is getting better organized gradually. This is expected to take a similar track, that kind of long track, but turn a lot earlier as it starts to feel a change in the steering winds. Gradual strengthening is expected from this, but this should turn long before it gets to the United States and move into the central Atlantic. So we are thankful for that. Tropical season so far, we've had 16 named storms already. 6 of those have been hurricanes, kind of quietly building those numbers very quickly. In fact, if you look at the list of tropical names this year, we got 5 names left. That's it. And a whole lot of season left. You got more than 2 months left to go. So typically things start to slow down once you get past mid-October, and thankfully that's only a couple of weeks away. So I'm hopeful. I'm tired. Man, it's wearing me out this season. Conditions over the area next couple of days starting to get warmer. High close to 80 degrees on Monday. We're back in the 60s with some rain chances and a northeast wind, but that should set up a really nice weekend next weekend.